Ryan with Square Bourbon here, and in this video taking a look at a repair that I did way down here. You can see there's a heater hose that attaches to the intake manifold there on the left, and that heater hose goes to the heater, of course. The problem was the fitting was leaking, and it's probably kind of hard to see down there. Anyway, but it attaches to the manifold, and it's got that loom around it here. And the fitting was leaking, and the original OEM style fitting was a plastic quick disconnect. That had actually been replaced with a half-inch pipe fitting to half-inch pipe fitting to a compression fitting, and the compression fitting was leaking. So I just replaced it with a standard half-inch NPT nipple, which to a 5/8 inch nipple, and it goes, of course, this 5/8 inch heater hose. But the trouble, people trying to run each other over apparently, but the trouble is that I don't like that it's zip tied right here. Now it is zip tied down there because there's a bracket for it specifically. And there's also, you can see that that loom around it, so that's protecting chafing between the zip tie and the heater hose. But here there is no such thing, and that's not exactly the stock place to put it. There really isn't a stock place to put it. It just kind of would flop around otherwise. It's probably why the original was a hard line. So what I've got today is a couple of P-clips, these hose clamps right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one right here and another one on here, and then bolt them together. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and show you the outcome. Alright, so the repair is now complete, and so you can see I've just gone ahead and really just use those clamps there. I used a piece of heater hose on the top one because it's just a little too small. Now the clamp was rather too big. There we go. The clamp was rather too big, so I just used a piece of heater hose and slid it down the middle and then wrapped it around that. And then the bottom one was also just a smidgen too big, which was perfect when I used a normal piece of hose, but that I took with me to measure it. But I think it's not collapsed, but it's just gotten softer with use. And so I just squished it down just a little bit with some pliers so that this doesn't move around on it at all. So I think that'll be a nice repair, and just to keep that from moving, I went ahead and double nutted it, but also put a lock washer in between, so that's not going anywhere. Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and if you have any suggestions for these kind of repairs you've done on your truck, by all means, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Take care. Oh, and one more thing. There's an upgrade that I'm really excited about doing. These battery terminals are pretty garbage. I mean, they work fine, but there's some corrosion going on there. But here's the ground cable, which goes to the well, it goes somewhere. Yeah, it goes to the alternator bracket, which is where it's supposed to go, down here, which is fine. And of course, this one goes to the starter. But this is the one that goes to the alternator. This guy right here, and it's just kind of smashed underneath. I don't know. I can't tell if there's a ring terminal on it. I think there might be a ring terminal on it, but that's not looking really good. And who knows how long this battery cable has been in here. The other thing I noticed is that this battery cable is all coiled up down there. It's way too long. So that's got to go. And so the first step of upgrading this system is these guys. In fact, here's the positive. And it's got this nice neoprene boot. I think it's neoprene or something rubber. It's got this nice boot on it. And then, of course, the matching negative. And they're actually in different sizes. A lot of the times when you go to the store to get these, they're the same size. You just kind of hope for the best. But these are actually marked positive and negative. And so they offer a much better, firmer attachment. They're much thicker. And, of course, they're just lead. But these are supposedly mil spec, which simply means, I was reminded by a friend of mine at work, that simply means that it's made by the lowest bidder. So anyway, these are more expensive. I think these cost me a little over $20 on Amazon. I'll put a link below, but I'm going to put these on at the same time I'm going to install new battery cables, and those will be something a little different. I'm also going to be looking at installing a new ground strap. So wherever that is, it's somewhere underneath the truck. So it'll be a learning experience for me. I've never actually messed with that. Anyway, so that's coming up in the channel. So if you're interested in seeing that happen, make sure you subscribe. Thanks a lot.